and inspired, because that's what orange and blue skies can do for you, baby. That's what orange and blue skies can do for you. This is Stephen A. Smith in the house, starting off championship week. Holla at your boy! Woo!
It's grown extremely quiet, as you would expect here at the Garden. The Knicks now go home.
Stops on a dime, launches, oh yeah!
Pure joy here at Madison Square Garden. For the first time in 2.5 decades, the New York Knicks are going to a conference final.
We haven't been here since my dad played. He's not gonna like that. It means a lot for this organization and this city.
It's unbelievable. You see that score? You see that score? This is what we've been waiting for. We're about to go to the conference finals. We're about to go to the conference finals.
Hey, as Stephen A. said, your girl's back in the mix, and clearly so are the New York Knicks. Stephen A., top of the morning to you. Chene, Marcus, what's the good word, guys? How we doing?
Can't complain.
I'm not gonna lie, this was a great weekend to be in New York.
Right?
It was a great weekend.
You had good weather.
Well, I appreciate,
you had all that energy.
I appreciate you, Shanae. I appreciate you, Molly. Yo, Marcus, man, this ain't the time to be, not in that chair. You can't be sitting up there this morning, reclining back, sounding all mellow, putting on your Barry White or Teddy Pendergrass voice. Hell with that, okay? It's time to be excited, baby. You're in New York City. First time in 25 years, Marcus. First time in 25 years. We in the conference finals. I need a little more pep in your step this morning, my
some
brother.
of us are trying to act like we've been there before. I mean, but the Knicks fire. All right, guys, let's dive in. So the Knicks came to play and then some Friday night, demolishing the Celtics in front of a live New York crowd at MSG to the tune of 119-81. The result was never really in doubt, and they celebrated outside the Garden like it was 2000. That's the last time the Knicks reached the conference finals, which Stephen A. alluded to. So, guys, let's look back in time for a minute. The top movie in America was Gladiator at that time. The top song, Maria Maria, Carlos Santana. That was a banger, I'm not gonna lie. Survivor's first season debuted and gas prices were only $1.52.
What? I need to get back to that.
That's right. The last time we
right.
saw the Knicks in the conference finals. Unbelievable. My goodness. Okay, Stephen A., talk to me. How unbelievable has this Knicks run been, honestly?
Well, listen, it's unbelievable from the standpoint the greatness of Jalen Brunson has come shining through, and we've seen other guys for the Knicks step up, and you got to give credit where credit is due. I'm not some delusional, nauseating fan like Dallas Cowboy fans can be, where I'm completely detached from reality. You know we're gonna win the Super Bowl next year, right? No, we're gonna do it. No, this is not that kind of party. I recognize the fact that for the vast majority of this series, the Boston Celtics just missed shots. I listened to Marcus on Get Up earlier when he was talking about 63 of those 100-plus three-point shots they attempted in the series were wide open. And that's something, if you remember, Molly, I kept bringing up in the aftermath of Game 2 being down 0-2. Of the first 100 threes that they attempted, 48 of them were considered wide open. And for those out there who don't know what wide open means when it comes to NBA parlance, 6 feet or beyond. That's the kind of space a defender is giving you. You're wide open. And that's what happened to the Boston Celtics. So I'm aware of the fact that they just weren't making shots. I'm aware of the fact that they didn't step up in Game 6 after, obviously Tatum was out and out for Game 5. What they did in Game 5, they didn't do in Game 6. But in the end, a victory is a victory. And the Knicks' grit and the Knicks' guts deserves credit. Karl Anthony Towns getting on me saying, you got on me twice. And I said to him, damn it, didn't it work both times? Because it worked in Game 6. Jalen Brunson came up to me and was like this. I'm not going to even say anything to you, because he's reminded me of the fact that I didn't even think that he was worthy of being drafted in the NBA years ago. So, I mean, that's something that he always throws at me. It's all in fun. It's all love. I deserve it because, damn it, I was calling them to the carpet, partially of urgency, but partially from paranoia, because I was scared they were going to blow this. I'm happy they didn't. I love the fact that they're in the conference finals. They got a legitimate shot to get to the championship round. We know this. But in the end, I'm not going to be foolhardy and ignore the fact that the New York Knicks were benefited by the fact that the Boston Celtics didn't change their stripes. They just attempted to shoot, and they just were not making shots. Yeah. And that was a big difference in this series.
Yeah.
Marcus?
I mean, I think the Tatum thing, like when they lost Tatum, it was... it was tough, but them first 2 games, I got to keep putting my finger on that. Like being up 20 at home in the playoffs, the defending champs, and just having that capability to be able to get shots where they want. But like those shots were open, right? Like those shots were open, but still the Knicks had to still win the game. And we were talking about that earlier. Like, yes, they did miss open shots, but the Knicks still had to complete the comeback. And I think you have to take your hats off that. Like, it's extremely hard to win in Boston during the playoffs. Like, that is one of the tougher plays outside of the Garden. That's probably top 2 or 3, right? To be able to come back from down 20 is the most impressive thing I've seen in this playoffs in years.
So you know what's crazy? I finally get it now, Stephen A. Marcus Molly. I understand it. You see the T-shirts, you hear the phrase, I love New York. I'm like, oh, I get it now. The energy is completely different. Give me that T-shirt at the airport. Because this team didn't win based off of analytics. They didn't win off of a proliferation of threes. They didn't win based off of having one player that just goes bonker. It was a we got mentality. And being in the Garden alongside Stephen A., watching all the shenanigans happen, it was truly a special environment, and I want to appreciate the fans. It feels like every one of the fans gets screened. Do you know this Knicks history? Like, this was a basketball audience, and they literally were trying to will their team to a win, and their team delivered. If you think about it, like, what Jalen Brunson, it was like changing your stripes. Sometimes he's ball dominant, but knowing that he had to get his teammates involved, that's what we saw. Josh Hart had a triple-double, like 11, 10, and 10. I thought that the Knicks actually won the game in the first 5 minutes when they decided to go to Karl Anthony Towns and tell him to be aggressive on both ends and also get contributions like this. I hope we have the play. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson, literally guarding every player on the Boston Celtics. Did you guys see what Perk likes to call moving your puppies? Here he goes to the wing. Then he stops to swing the ball. He's playing ball hog. He gets beat. He has that rim protection. Then he closes out to the corner. Under control, forces a turnover, and that is a play in which Karl Anthony Towns scores. This is heart. This is hustle. Am I going to say it? This is New York. This is New York, right? Like, that is why this is remarkable, because you finally have a team, a star player, a mindset that truly embodies New York City.
Here's the other thing, and I'm glad you brought up Karl Anthony Towns. It's very, very important to mention this. I don't like him in the post at all. I mean, even when he's dunking and he comes down, you're always worried about him getting injured because he always seems gimpy a lot of times, Marcus, when I'm watching him. When he's just setting and shooting, the brother's straight fire, no question about that. Hasn't been in this past series, and I get that. But he is arguably the best shooting big man in basketball. But coming in to Game 6, what they said was, we're going to let you be aggressive. We're going to let you play bully ball, do what you got to do, just be in attack mode. And he answered the call. And I got to give him a lot of love for that.
All right, Shanae's losing her mind.
Yeah, how are you saying you don't like this? They made the last 2 games, games 5 and 6, the concerted effort for him to be aggressive.